So let's imagine that I have a situation where I have some line, and this line is given, I have a given slope, and I have a coordinate point already designated or known on that line. From that information alone, am I able to determine anything else about that line? We can if we're clever enough to use our slope formula here. So let me show you how. So imagine I have a point that's known, and I have another arbitrary point. I know there's going to be another point on the line, and the slope is given. So if I use our slope formula, I can plug these in so I have some x2, y2 points. So I'll have slope equals my y minus y1 over x minus x1. Work that out and eliminate the fractions. I'll have x minus x1 times m equals y minus y1. And then how some of us are comfortable with it, we'll put y minus y1 equals x minus x1 times m. We just reverse those around right there. What we have right here is what we call the point slope form of the line. Now again, before I go forward, I want you to feel a little comfortable with what I have here. Notice that I only have one subscripts now, y1 and x1. The slope formula usually has both subscripts. The reason for that change is because we're going to be given a situation where we know for sure what one point is, our x1 and y1s. The other x and y, it's not definitely defined. So it's just a general x and y. So because of that, we eliminated that subscript 2 in this formula. So you'll see a point slope formula that will basically say y minus y1 equals slope times x minus x1, depending on how I have it written there. So imagine now we have a situation where I know the slope is 4, and I know that there exists a coordinate point. I know that. By using the point slope form of the line, I'm going to see if I can get the name of the line or find out any more information about this line. So let's look at the slope formula, or the point slope. It's y minus y1 times slope times x minus x1. Input what we know, y minus 3 equals slope, which is 4, times x minus a 1. Clean that up, basically solve for y. That becomes a positive 1, so that becomes a plus 4. Add 3 to both sides. So what I was able to do is, by using a version of slope, which gave us this point slope form of the line, I was able to look at some new information where I was only given the slope and one point, and from that I was able to create an equation, solve for y, that describes the name of that line, or the equation of that line.